Okay, hey guys, so today I'm going to be talking about the Vice Palette 2 by Urban Decay. They did have a Vice palette that was originally the first edition. I do have that as well. That's really what grabbed me about buying the second palette, is because I love the Vice 1 so much that I was like, I've got to get the Vice 2. So it comes in this packaging. You can see it's just got this cool design. You know, Urban Decay is all about those fun designs for palettes. It's got, of course, how they have for all their palettes, the picture of the shadows on the back with all the names, little bit of their, cute description. They have that for both the Naked palettes too as well. So just a really cute box with their, UD classic lettering. And oh my goodness, something so superior about this palette is packaging. It is hard covered, so it's a hard case, so if you travel it will not break or anything. It has a opening and it kind of slowly opens for you, and you can see that huge mirror, which is awesome. And it also comes with a brush that's dual-sided. You've got the brush. It just says Urban Decay Vice 2. It's got a fluffy side for, blending, and it's got a nice one to pack on shadows. So it is a really nice brush. I love all my Urban Decay palette brushes. So just a close-up of the front packaging. You can see it's got this raised crystal UD Vice 2. This cool tie-dye kind of, I think, like mixed watercolor effect. It is so beautiful, like when the sunlight hits it. I don't know if the camera's doing it justice, but it's such a beautiful palette. Great because it's not going to crack your shadows. They package it very well. Do not be afraid to order this online because it will get there in one piece. So here's the inside of the palette. You can see it has so many different colors. It has a really nice row of neutrals right here, lots of shimmers, a couple mattes. They have lovely colors for brights, such as like purples, greens. They have a lot of good colors that you can do for holiday parties, nightlife. It's just a really fun palette. I know people have said some good things about this, like you can do neutral looks, you can do bright looks, you can do bold. Something like for nightlife, partying. I mean, it's just like such a nice palette to do different variety of looks. So I definitely think that this is a great palette. It is $60, but don't be afraid of the price because you get, I believe, 20 shadows, and one shadow for Urban Decay is like $18. So $60 for this is well worth your money. And I will have swatches of all these shadows too, so I can show you some swatches right now. So here's just some of the swatches from the Vice palette. I have the first two rows on my arm right now. I'm going to start with, this is Smokeout, Prank, Radar, Dope, Lovesick, Madness, Damaged, and Toxic. So you can see they're all really pigmented. I just dipped my finger into the pan and swiped on my arm, and you can tell they are all very pigmented, thick. I never went over one a second time. So next line of swatches, I have Shell Shock, Strike, Voodoo, Habit, Coax, Stash, Betrayal, and Auburn. The next set of swatches I have is X-Rated, Poison, Derailed, and Rewind. I'm definitely going to do a tutorial with this palette. I feel like everybody should get it if you haven't gotten the Vice one. Even if you have gotten the Vice palette, definitely check this out because I have both and I still love the first one all the same. The names in here are really clever. We've got names like Shell Shock, Coax, Voodoo, Damage, Radar, Prank, Smokeout. The names, Urban Decay always does great at naming their products. and I just feel like this is a great palette for people who want to experiment using different types of looks, maybe with shadows they wouldn't normally purchase themselves. This gives you a great variety of shadows, and when I touch the shadows, they don't feel chalky. I have an event to go to, so I have to do a certain type of makeup tonight, so this is easy to take off. I put Cokes and X-Rated on my lid and just blended them together. Those are those two pink colors. And I was so surprised. Usually I feel like for light pinks you have to use a primer because they just will not show up. I didn't use a primer, and I feel like I got good color payoff, which is amazing. They are buttery, they are smooth, super, super pigmented. I think the price is definitely worth it. I mean, splurge your money. I don't think it's really that expensive because this will last you a long time. The packaging is amazing. You are paying for what you're getting, you know. You are getting an amazing product. Definitely buy this. I cannot rave about this more. I have tried out different eye looks more complicated than this. I am going to do a tutorial. Amazing. The shadows are, I don't even know what else to say. It's amazing. Just, you've got to get this palette. So if you have any questions for me down below, let me know, and I'm going to do probably another close-up of this,